Hi, I hope your week 10 is going well as you study probability. And I'm just directing your attention to a couple of extra credit possibilities. Some of you have already taken advantage of the Martian haiku extra credit, and maybe everybody doesn't know about that. I will touch on that after I look at those. So go to your, first, if you open up WAMAP in Google Chrome, you need to do it in Google Chrome for this extra credit. So one of the first one is the critical thinking test. And you'll get extra credit for your final if you do this critical thinking test. Your score on this test doesn't have anything to do with your grade in my class. You will still get the extra credit. You'll get 3 points of extra credit for doing this towards your final, 3 percentage points. And but it does reflect on YVC. So you're not being graded on this per se. It's just a reflection on YVC students and how our critical thinking skills have developed as students. So again, open this up in Google Chrome, open WAMAP up in Google Chrome, and I put the instructions there. When you open up the critical thinking test, there's a link on right at the top of our web page. Right here's your the class page. There's a link right at the top. But before you click on that link, take a look at this, and you can come back to this window. Of course, when you open this link, it'll open in a new window and a new tab, and then you can go back and look at these instructions. But this is what you'll put in, and I'll show you as I do that. So anyway, it says you get, if you click on this, it'll open a new window, like I said, a new tab, and this will appear. And it says email address here. Do not put in the email address. What you put in where it says email address is, do not put in email, just put in YVCC. And yes, it's the old school name. That's how our email are set up. So just put in YVCC in that first line. So that would be YVCC. Okay? The password, go back, that is E, lowercase e, 25, capital T, lowercase ep. So E25 TEP. E25 TEP. So lowercase e, 25, capital T, EP. And you can look at it if you want to make sure that's right. And then the administration ID is 87, and that is on that 87. And so we'll click there. That's going to be an 87. When you log in after that, it will take you to a new window. And that window will look like this. And here's where you will put in your student ID, and then the code that you put in, I guess I'll put the code in that in the browser also. The code that you'll put in is 2011, 2011 for this class, 2011. And then it's going to ask you to complete the demographic questions, read all instructions, and proceed with the test. When you're done with the test, you can just take a screenshot or even a picture of it and send it to me. It'll give you a little notification that you've completed this. Take a screenshot and message me in WAMAP, or take a picture and message me in WAMAP and attach the picture so I can see that yes, you did the test. And I will attach this too so you can read through this. This gives you the same instructions I've given you in WAMAP. I just thought I'd put a link in there so you don't have to find that website yourself. Okay, so that's the first extra credit option for you. Remember, that's where you're going to put in the 2011 in there after you put in your student ID there. Okay, so back to the second extra credit possibility. For some of you who have not done this yet, it's in this. It'll be in this. It's also on your calendar. It's in that block. It's also on the calendar, the Martian haikus and haiku kudos to respond to your classmates. A haiku, I want you to post a haiku about the Martian novel and get some extra credit. And this is extra credit. You can get up to 10 points extra credit on writing assignments by doing a little poetry and also encouraging your classmates. So a haiku, what does this have to do with math? Well, it has to do with the Martian, and it has to do with math because poetry is mathematical, and a haiku has a special order to it. You have three lines. The first line is 5 syllables, the second line is 7 syllables, and the third line is 5 syllables. And here's an example for you. Stranded, left for dead, his wits, his humor, his heart, and friends save his life. So you can see there's a little, it's obviously about Mark Watney. It has this idea of left for dead, and then the contrast of his friends save his life. And all this is about, this left for dead, and then the rest of it is about saving his life. And that's a contrast. Haikus, kind of the structure of a haiku is one idea kind of juxtaposed to another one. And so this left for dead is one thing, and all this other is positive and about life. Haikus typically are about nature, about trees or water or plants or whatever. But this we're going to do about the Martian, and you can incorporate that in some way. So that idea of this contrast. So that's part of the haiku. Also, it says have fun with it. This is not, you're going to get credit for posting it and having it. Notice there's no rhyme in there, by the way. You don't need to rhyme anything. Haikus are not typically rhyming. It doesn't hurt to rhyme it, though. It just has to be original. It has to be about the Martian. So there's not a lot of those haikus about the Martian. I think we might be the first class that's ever done it. But anyway, go ahead and do that and have fun with it, and respond to your classmates' haikus and let them know that you appreciated them. And anyway, that's a little fun you can have with that. And that extra credit goes on your writing totals. Okay, good luck with that, and I'll see you next week.